Hi, my name's Robert, and what I want to share with you is a story of how I overcame my fear of the dark. You see, for most people, the fear of the dark is that thing from a long time ago, the thing that you had when you were growing up. You'd be in your room, and you'd be 5 years old, and you'd be a bit unsettled because, it's dark, you don't know what's there, and you just plug a little nightlight in, and that keeps you feeling secure. And, a few years later, you're over it, and, the dark is the dark. Only I never reached that stage. For me, the dark was an antagonist in my life. I was scared of coming home after 5 p.m. in the winter because when I took the late bus to get home, I'd get dropped off at a pub about 3 minutes away from my house. In order to get home, I'd have to walk through the dark, through a very, safe, secure country area to get home. And I just have these memories of jogging, being out of breath, being utterly terrified because, there was nothing around me, but what if there was? What if something could happen to me? And up until I was 16, it was a burden on my life. When I was the only person awake in the house, I couldn't go downstairs. Simply seeing the reflection of myself in the glass doors was enough to make my heart beat. It was enough to make me quickly get my water and run upstairs. And then my life changed in 2013 when my mother brought me to Santa Cruz, California to study neurolinguistic programming for the first time. And, what NLP is all about is where are you right now? Where do you want to be instead? And what will it take for you to get there? And I entered this world of beautiful curiosity. Not just accepting what my life was like, but opening into an inquiry of what could be like instead. And I asked my dearest mentor, Robert Dilts, I asked him, Robert, will you do anything involving phobias? Because I want to resolve this. And he looked at me, rested a hand on my shoulder and said, Robert, I guarantee you, I promise you, that by the time you're done with this course, you won't have the fear of the dark anymore. And he worked with me for an hour on stage, going through just about every single coaching practice he knew, being with me every step of the way as I worked through these complicated feelings of what the darkness was for me, the fear, the terror, and by the end of it, I actually brought a new kind of love for myself. Because what I saw was that there was a part of me that was scared and a part of me that was admonishing myself for being scared. I gave myself a new ability to love myself in that moment. And that night, and for every night after, you would see me walking around campus, dark as ever, campus street lights just lighting up my way, and I was just enjoying the peace and serenity of a nighttime that I'd never known for my entire life, and making friends with all the raccoons I found along the way. So that's a special memory to me, and I hope it reminds you of some of the special people that change things in your life, and some of the things that for you today are normal, but once upon a time were just a distant hope and a distant dream. Take care.